This is Rosmarinus officinalis Prostratus. So this is what most people look at and they call rosemary. It is a prostrate form of rosemary and used as a ground cover largely, but also very kind of renowned for using hanging over a wall like you see here. And sometimes I've seen it hang over walls and be 6 to 8 feet long. So this stuff will really hang low if it's given the opportunity to. So for me, this is a plant that is overused, and you're going to see some examples. This is a large commercial planting in a green belt in Northern California. And a couple of things are going on here. So I'm going to jump right into, as a design element, what my concern is with it. This plant grows very quickly, so it's fast to establish. This planting you're looking at here is only about 5 to 6 years old, and it looks like it gets fertilized and watered very well. But you're also going to see that it has a bit of dead growth or a dead undergrowth in it, and that's the real problem with this plant. This deadwood that you see right here is a very common part of the plant, and if somebody waters it and fertilizes it the way they do this grouping, then they are really cranking up the need for maintenance and pruning. And if you look back at that, this stuff is probably 24 inches thick, and it's very common to see this kept as low as 12 to 16 inches. But a lot of this is just going crazy, and I think that's why I think it's probably being fertilized a lot. There are areas in here that were deeper than 3 feet thick, and usually a designer is not looking for that kind of depth when they're using a ground cover like this. I would say this is nice in small areas, like the first picture you saw is kind of an accent hanging over a wall. This can be shorter lived, and that's why this dieback that you see right here, I really wanted you to see this because this is the reality of this plant. All of that dead undergrowth is, frankly, it's a fire hazard, but it looks terrible, and this maintenance person has been forced to cutting it back along this edge because he's got to contain it. So always when picking plants for design, be thinking about what is the maintenance load that I'm creating by using the plant that I'm using. And that's why I showed you that particular case, because that's a ton of maintenance for somebody to do if they can even keep up with it, and in that case they weren't keeping up with it. Rosemary is deer tolerant, drought tolerant, can take full sun, prefers full sun, and probably very well known for the fact that it attracts bees. Do not use this around pool areas or where people are hanging out near patios, ideally. Although its heaviest bloom does occur during late winter, early spring when we're not really using pool areas, there's enough of a bee attraction during the summer that you need to be sensitive to that when you're placing it. There are two ways to grow this. You can grow it from flats, or you can grow it from 1-gallon containers. You can probably get it in liners as well. If you're using liners or flats, I would be placing these about 12 to 18 inches on center, and if I were using 1 gallon, I would probably go 24 to 30 inches on center. And that's what I can tell you about prostrate rosemary. Very well-used plant. For me, it's overused. Be selective and use limited amounts of it in your design, and make sure you avoid areas where people are sensitive to bees.